look because of your desire to please your mother.
Mother look. Yeah, because me and my brother are so competitive, when we were, whatever we were doing, if it was like diving into a pool, we'd always go, mother look, mother look. So, yeah, it was Sunita.
Oh, tell me about your mum, because I've known your mum a long time. She's a wonderful lady, very glamorous and very smart, and obviously, I think the one person that I've always seen you be absolutely respectful to.
She's a character. She's just got a great sense of humour. She's got incredible energy, but she's still your mum, you know? So if I do something wrong, you know, she talks to me like I'm 3 years old. And I kind of act like 3 when she does it.
Does she ring you up after a show and go, Simon, I didn't like what you were wearing, I didn't like what you were saying?
Exactly, no, she'll say, how could you be so rude? You should apologise to these people, blah, 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 blah.
Do you listen to her?
Sometimes, or other times, I have got a habit of doing this. And then I can hear her finish. I think, I'm really sorry, Mum, goodbye. But, you know, like I said, she's still your mum.
How often do you talk to her?
Talk to her about 3 or 4 times a week. We're like friends, as well as being, you know, mum and son.
And is she proud of you, or is she just really worried about you?
I think she's proud now, yeah.
I mean, do you think she would be happy if you just finally settled?
Yes. But she was always nervous. First of all, she wanted me to get married. And then she was nervous that I was going to meet the wrong person. And, you know, with the right person, she would be thrilled, yeah.
We might return to this subject before the evening ends. The most extraordinary thing about you is that you have stayed incredibly close to all your exes.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like your best friends.
They really are my best friends.
How have you done? There are men watching this thinking, how does he do this?
Well, I think it depends how you break up. I mean, if you have a bad breakup because one of you is cheating, I mean, then, you know, it's quite difficult to remain friends, I think, in that kind of respect. If you drift apart, which happened, you know, with a few of my exes, I still like them as people. So I don't see any reason why they shouldn't still be my friends. And there's a lot of them, Jackie, Sunita, they're very, very close to me still because they're like my family now.
So we've established your success in the music business wasn't just confined to Sunita, but you're now about to hit the real big time. It was a record company, BMG, that Simon really started to make his mark.
So the first the world ever heard of Simon Cowell was when he launched the music careers of Zig and Zag, the 2 puppets, and Robson and Jerome. This man should not be choosing who gets a record contract and who doesn't. The more he steps away from music, the better the world will be.
So many people are snobby about music, and Simon isn't snobby, and that's what I love about Simon.
Music snob or not, Simon was starting to make his presence felt.
He rules with a rod of iron. You know, people don't realise how tough Simon is to please.
That rod came into play when he was looking to sign an unknown Irish boy band, IOU.
He told me I had to change the name, change the image, change 4 guys, basically get a new band.
The first time I met Simon, I did a very bad audition and he didn't like me at all.
I said, Shane, don't worry. You know, I believe in you. I know you're a great singer. I want you to change your hair, lose a bit of weight, and he won't even know the difference.
The gamble was on to fool Simon.
He came back 4 months later and we walked on the stage, probably the most nerve-wracking moment of my life, still to this day. And he goes, who's the new guy? Lou goes, oh, that's the new guy I got. I got rid of the other guy. He was terrible. So, and obviously, you know, you believe Louis will just say whatever it has to say to get a record deal. You know, for us, it was like, tell him anything. So he lied blind to Simon.
IOU became Westlife and gave Simon a smash hit #1. But what should have been one of the best days of his life soon turned into the worst when he called his mother from America to tell her the news.
He rang me and I've never known him so excited. He was just dying for these lads to come over there and they're going to get #1.
But unbeknown to Simon, his beloved father Eric had died only hours earlier.
He just went to pieces. He was very, very close family and it was very shocked unexpectedly. And he really did that time. I've never realised how emotional he was till this happened.
What are your memories of that day?
Just, you know, just the 2 positions of just total, you know, euphoria because I believed in the band and I wanted to share the news with my mum and dad. And then, you know, the news of what had happened, and I had to get back to England. And, you know, it was like a...
Where were you at the time?
I was in Boston.
So you rang your mum. I mean, would you ring to speak to your dad? Who would you normally talk to about
I
it?
phoned them, both of them, to tell them the news, and my mum was acting in a kind of a strange way, and then she called me back and told me.
And what was your immediate reaction to that?
Oh, Piers, it was... wasn't good. But, you know, you just got to deal with it. And, you know, went back and realised, you know, your first responsibility is that you got to look after your mum. And it was a horrible, horrible, horrible time. Like I said, you believe everyone's going to live forever. And they don't. And all the stuff you think you care about, you know, the hit records and stuff like that, it's just meaningless, you know?
Is it sad for you? It must be that he didn't see what happened next, the fabulous success you then enjoyed, having seen you at rock bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, he would have got a kick out of this, you know, and I often think about that. You know, I'd like to have seen his reaction, because I think he would have found it, you know, good fun. You know, he had a great sense of humour like that.
I mean, your mum said there she'd never seen you that emotional, almost like she didn't imagine you could be like that.
Because I can't admit things like... that's why I can't go to funerals and stuff like that. You know, I find it very, very difficult to deal with that kind of reality. I shut myself off totally because it affects me so badly. And then because I had to deal with that, it was the hardest thing I ever had, because I'd never lost anyone in my life, you know. It was the first, you know, thing like that ever happened, and I just couldn't accept it.
Do you have anything you wish to say?
I am smitten with Mishcon.
The strange thing, I suppose, listening to you talk about your family in such a loving way, and knowing how close you all are, and knowing what a strong marriage your parents had for so long, is why you, at the age of 50, have never got married.
Do you know why? Because I never really believed that I could be with one person for the rest of my life. I always thought either she would hate me or I'd get bored or whatever, which, you know, I had a reputation of doing. I was kind of happy, which I thought I really had it all. I had girlfriends. Why do I need to get married?
What do you like in a woman?
It's kind of... I have a type, I guess, but...
Oh, come on. What's the type?
I don't think I have a... Well, it's very difficult to describe, other than...
Slim, dark hair, very pretty.
Yeah, you can say that, yeah. But once you've gone past that, because there's a lot of beautiful women in the world, then it comes down to